Hey everyone, this is SW Mike 93 signing again. And for this season, I'm going to be watching the Raiders highlights of their games for this season. Um, I will be watching their full games on the schedule. So I grew up with Rich Gannon being my QB. I was brought up about Ken Stabler and Jim Plunkett, Art Shell, pretty much when the Raiders were a dynasty at one point, way before I was born. So we're gonna watch the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers game highlights. And then because I watched the game on Sunday at 1:05 p.m. Pacific time, I'm gonna give my thoughts, opinions, and critique how the game was. Alright, so let's get this going. It's also I'll say my pieces throughout this highlight, so I'll pause it and then I'll give my piece. Alright, so let's get this.
To see it in person, it blows your mind. Here he is, play action on the first play, and it goes back underneath to Disley, the tight end. And he's got 4 for the first. Herbert tucked it under. He did not want to unload it at the last moment, and it was Crosby coming in. Now, Adams stepped.
Okay, so I seen the Raiders last season when Eagles and Antonio Pierce second over mid game after the Lions, I believe. No. Anyway, so the defense last season has been showing a lot of promise. I don't know if you see that, especially with the Jets, Robert Spillane's interception catch that gave the Raiders a win against the Jets against Wilson. So that was a cube, the backup to Aaron Rodgers. So everyone, you can see that every game the defense has always been stepping it up and getting better and better and better. And then this season we did draft Christian Wilkins, which I get it because the Dolphins could afford to keep him. I get it. But adding Christian Wilkins to this defense with Malcolm Kuntz, Max Crosby, Butler, everyone else, and Spillane. Oof. Because Christian Wilkins, you need like 2 to 3 men to put that boy down. So I already see that this defense already is looking really solid right now. So let's see how the rest goes.
Steps up in these moments. 3rd and 1. All right, that looked like a busted play for a moment, but it's White with a carry. And no gain again, 4th and 1. No more Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, and others. 3rd and 18, trying to get in field goal range, and that will get them. Scott's the holder. Here's Dicker. Wow. This kid's got some leg. It's good. 3 on the board for Los Angeles.
Okay, so you can see that Justin Herbert had a big issue with the Raiders defense. So Patrick Graham, what he did with his defense line, seems like it got better. I've seen more blitz, a lot more, which I like. And then it seems like Robert Sling keeps getting better and better too. So let's see if he keeps that momentum. So now let's see how Gardner does when he's given the ball.
It's a 3rd and 5 from the pocket. Well done. Passes there for Devontae. And Adams takes it to the 42 before Gilman again. So we got a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. Here's Minshew on 3rd and 9. Works the middle. Caught. Adams again. And that week 1 start. 1st and 10. Sets up screen. Madison. Oh, able to hurdle through it all and take it home for the touchdown. He had two defenders on him, and he broke away.
Right here, he looks left. He's going to go one, all the way over here, to two, to back, and then get all the way. That is outstanding quarterback play. That's why Madison had the leverage to be able to just make a guy miss.
So, Mitchell's throw seems solid so far. So, you gotta consider that Minshew was in the Colts last season. Everyone should know that. If not, he was in the Colts. And he filled in for one of the QBs for the rest of the season. And he was able to get the Colts to the playoffs and to the wild card, but lost. Because when you think of the Colts on offense, they don't have like big names to their offense. Like, you know how the 49ers have McCaffrey, Kettle, Ayuk, Jennings, Debo Samuels. Kansas City has their own Rice, Pacheco, Kelsey. Raiders have Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. So a lot of teams have like well-known names because of their reputation. But for the Colts, I didn't see anyone that actually like stood out. So that's why I was thinking that since we brought in Minshew, and since we have like the weapons and the new rookie that says it's Brock Bowers, so you would think that if Minshew has all these weapons, that okay, then it should be a little easier. You should be able to connect with those with the weapons we have on board. So let's see how this goes. And then I remember when I saw Kelly, or when I see Madison make that touchdown. Oh my god, it was a good day. At that moment, I was like, hell yeah, we're in the right direction and everything. But let's see how the rest goes.
They are definitely being heard. First and 10.
There they go. Get the ball.
Johnson spinning out of the tackle by Epps. Herbert to McConkey, and he stopped a yard shy of the first by Spillane.
3 tight ends again.
On first and 10.
Big play.
Down the field, wide open. It's Bowers again. And Bowers has a chunk play for the first time. This one goes for 26.
So Brock Bowers, he was our first draft we got. If you look at this, he shows a lot of potential and a lot of promise. And so that play that he just did, see, it shows that Brock Bowers, that all the speculation and all that is all true. So hopefully in the season, Luke Yancey starts getting more plays where they start using Brock Bowers more often. And then you saw Minshew making the throws to Devontae Adams, which were solid throws. But I want to know if we're going to see more plays where they're throwing the ball deep for like 40 plus yards for like Trey Tucker, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. So let's see. Let's see how Minshew does with this.
Big play when they needed it. 3rd and 22. Bosa coming in on him, and now Bosa's got one. He just congratulated Mack. Let's see Mack come over to him this time. Bosa and Mack with back-to-back sacks. 3rd and 4. Last moment, able to get it over to Dobbins, but again, the Raiders are everywhere. It was Crosby again, who was in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Minshew in traffic finds Tucker for the first down. First down ball came out of his hand. That is a fumble, and it is scooped up. No, now it's picked up. Still on his feet is Mack, and Khalil Mack to the 11-yard line.
When I saw that on the game, I was flabbergasted, shocked, appalled. Every word, every sentence word associated with that. I get it because when he threw the ball went backwards, so technically it was, yeah, I see that. So far, this offense line is still showing me the issues they had last season under Josh McDaniel. So right now, I'm very iffy about the offense line. And I'm hoping that it starts stepping up sooner because there's still a lot more games to go in this season. And we'll be playing against the Ravens, which, ooh, that's not going to be a fun game. We played the Rams, Kansas City twice, and we're going to be having a fight with our old QB Derek Carr. So let's see.
Try to determine whether or not they're going to throw a quick screen.
Got time, completes it. There's Palmer, but that didn't do him any good at all. 25-yard field goal attempt. The kick is good. That's the first time we had anybody in the red zone in this game after the Mac recovery. His time in Green Bay, he's got history with the likes of Davante Adams as Minshew.
And then you're trying to get to the right play, you're wrong. There it is again.
Kid Johnson slips through the tackle. Got a big gain, which is a rare thing.
Crosby was right in his face. I like to hurry up because then they can't get exotic.
Longest play of the game for the Chargers, went for 16. And here they go up tempo with McConkey making the catch.
And set for it.
Dobbins slips through it. He's got an open lane. Dobbins is taken off. Dobbins inside the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. J.K. Dobbins. Floats it high and out of reach for McConkey. With a chip shot field goal, 24 yards for the lead. His third of the game is good, and it's now 9-7 Los Angeles.
So our defense, all the way until the third quarter, about 6 minutes into the third quarter, the defense has forced the Chargers to settle for 3 field kicks. So that tells me our defense is going to be top 3 defense for this season. And if they keep getting better, then I could probably see number 1 defense if it shows more promise and even do better. Sure, there wasn't much sacks on Herbert up until the third quarter, like 8 minutes and 24 seconds. But they put enough pressure where he's either throwing incompletes, or when Herbert throws it to one of his guys, then you see the defense shutting them down as soon as possible for most of the time. So we're doing good right now on the defensive end.
Here's White. Working up ahead, steaming it, but he lost the football. And it's recovered by the Chargers. Wow. Man, he was working up ahead of steam, and all of a sudden the ball just kind of slipped out.
Okay. So that play was Zamir White dropped the ball for the fumble. He did a play very similar to that, same exact play. And then there was a penalty on Mayer for holding. So they had to redo that down. Fine. I was disgusted how Zamir White dropped that ball. Because now, I'm not liking now we're giving turnovers to the Chargers that we should not be giving the turnovers to. So not to like something that's basic, First he throws the ball, then goes backwards, and then Zamir White drops the ball. These are like basic, really basic. I get it if you made risky throws and then someone caught it, fine. But I don't know. This is I was caught in my feelings on this day. So let's see.
Down the middle and almost intercepted. And did he get it? Did he get a hand on it before it hit the ground? That's some play. The first time on this field when they take on the...
I want to talk about that play for this. I really thought it was an interception. And I was thinking, okay, at that moment, I was like, okay, this will be the turnaround that we need we need to kind of get our stuff together. Because it's starting to look sad on us right now. But then, like, when they go through like different angles of the camera, and you see that the head of the ball did touch the ground, and when he caught it, so I was like, okay, you can see it clear as day. But I was just kind of hoping that he did catch it because we need to start recuperating some of these turnovers that the Raiders have been doing from Gardner and Zamir White.
Rams in week 5, the Packers and the Rams. Here's a handoff to White. Starting to run a little bit more aggression. Antonio Pierce. 1st and 10. There's White. White breaks the tackle, and he gallops for another 12 or 13. Here's Minshew. Wide open. Devontae.
After him here. Both sides coming.
Minshew feels the heat. Flag comes out. 26 of 30 last year. Carlson's kick needs some help. Not going to do it.
As soon as I saw that field kick down the middle, I was already thinking, okay, maybe this is the game that we're not going to win. And this is going to be our first loss against our old rival. But I keep looking at the score, I'm like, 7-9. Okay, so the Raiders just need like one solid touchdown. And then the defense needs to just stall Herbert as much as they could. So let's see.
With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's a wide open target. That's Hurst. And that's going to be the biggest gain of the game outside of Dobbins' run.
He made 2 or 3 throws that I thought were unbelievable.
3rd and 9 he faces. He's got the first down. Palmer on the sideline.
Mr. Ryan.
The Raiders are offside. They got a free play here.
Yes, they did.
That's Dobbins taking it home for the touchdown.
But watch, once he kind of jumps off sides, he actually takes himself out of the play. Diablo. He can't get back inside of Crosby, so he has to try and make a lunging one forward.
Feel like it. 2nd and...
Yeah, because when I saw that on the replay, I was saying, why did he stay behind Crosby? Like, to like give the illusion that he's not behind. I get it. But that was just... You gave him a free window. You probably should have just angled a little better or something. But now here, to win this game, we need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field kick to make sure we win. And there's still like 14 minutes on this last quarter. So anything is possible.
7. Complete. Well, to the 45-yard line. That's Bowers. What do you think of what you've seen out of Bowers today? Trying to be a little improvisational. That's right. 2nd and 10.
You're right there.
2nd and 10 taken off. And on the run, he's got his man. He's got Myers. Myers gets walloped on the way down to the 21-yard line.
See, that throw had me a little worried. So I was going to think Jacoby Myers from the back caught red. I was like, okay, good. See, that's the only one thing I kind of prefer Minshew over O'Connell. Is O'Connell can throw deep balls easy. The only problem is if O'Connell doesn't use his legs or learn to extend the plays, that was his biggest issues. Don't get me wrong. This last season, for a rookie, he went 5-4 and did well for a rookie. But and I remember one of the interviews on the press when they addressed O'Connell when they could learn to extend the plays, started using his legs. And he said he was working on it, but I'd never seen that in the season. So that's why I prefer Minshew, just because he can use his legs when he needs to.
3rd and 10. For the wide receiver screen, this is to Turner, who just got into the game 2 plays ago for the first time. But this keeps you in the game.
They've stopped you twice already today on it.
Carlson, kick good from 32. A lot of them are here. 1st and 10. Dobbins cuts outside. Holds it with 2 hands just to be sure. Bouncing around, Hobbs got Matlock in a fullback position. Dobbins springs free and goes! Dobbins on a foot race. They're going to catch him at about the 12-yard line. San Diego at the Toreros now. USD, here's 3rd and 6.
The aggressive approach.
McConkey sidesteps, got a first down, he's in the end zone. The rookie scores.
You're going to watch all these guys blitz, and that leaves one-on-one coverage on the back end. And actually, it might have helped the Raiders that Epps didn't tackle him.
They've got Edwards as the running back. He was quite the touchdown maker for the Ravens last year in this kind of range, 2 yards out. They go to him. Edwards. And the Raiders wise to it, and they stop him.
So they saw the 2-point conversion, which was good on them. And then there was a fight that broke out between 2 players, and then soon both teams started going into the fight and led to 2 penalties on both sides, which I get. But it started to make us look a little sad a little bit.
Get this thing to the finish. As Minshew has an open man. Look at that cut by Myers.
Myers is outstanding. I mean, for a 3rd or 4th piece, he's actually like a 2, a perfect one.
By Abdullah, and he downed it in the end zone.
Body, though.
What's that, Gene? As you see the pass
exactly, Jim. You know, when you're dealing with a situation like that, although the football is in the end zone bouncing.
Ball deflected and intercepted. Picked off by Ford. Poona Ford.
Enough said on that fumble. That's all I'm going to say.
Off the deflection of Mack.
It'll be a big game then.
So the former Chargers quarterback, Jim Harbaugh, is with him back.
All right, so in that game there was 2 on fourth downs where if they would have converged or tried to attempt it, we could have got the first down, then it would have been different. But it was either Tony Pierce Luke Getsy, I don't know, something ticked off because they didn't even try to converge on the fourth down. They just settled for punting it, which I'm like, look, I wanted to see some risks. Look, I get it. You don't want to throw interceptions, fine, because we already had 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles. I get it. So I need to see some of these risks a little bit. That's what makes QBs the greatest QBs when they take those risks. So Jimmy Pierce, you had me sold the Raider way, and I'm not saying it on this first game. I get it's the first game. And, first games are typically hard because you don't know what to expect. You only can base it off all footage of last season and then just watch the players from their teams, whether they were traded or drafted, whatever. But this is the first impression, and it's not. Look, it tells us that our defense got it easy. And if it keeps going at this rate, yeah, top 3 or top defense, easy. That O-line needs some rework because I know Tony Pierce mentioned not putting a band-aid over it. No, that offense line needs needs a rework. I don't know where you want to start, but that O-line needs a rework. Because these games are not going to get easier. We're playing against like the Rams, the Ravens, Kansas City. We're going to be playing the Saints. We're going to be playing a lot of these teams that were into the playoffs. And Luke Getsy, I want to see some plays where you're doing more, where you have Minshew throwing more deep balls to the Devontae Adams, the Jacoby Myers, the Trey Tucker. Because Minshew can do it. Because I think last season he had over 3,000 yards total that season, which was good. I don't know, sorry, because I grew up with Rich Gannon, learned about Ken Stabler, learned about Jim Plunkett, and then I remember when Derek Carr came around, I know people don't talk about it, but I thought Derek Carr was a solid QB. And when it was Gruden, he showed promise. He started with a B, but he was another intermediate head coach before McDaniels. He showed he went to the playoffs again, into the wild card. I don't know, like I said, we play the Ravens next game. Look at you need to think of some really good solid plays because these plays, I'm not sold on these plays. Antonio Pierce, I don't want to see these conservative plays that happened last season. Okay, I noticed that when we're having issues getting to the first down, or it was either selling for field goals, which is fine, or punching it. But I want to see some more risks. And then I think there's only an issue with Minshew. It's just because the O-line that was supposed to protect them didn't do as much. You can tell that if one guy wasn't doing it, then the other one wasn't doing it. So just a back and forth, back and forth. I don't know. So all my fellow Raider brothers and sisters, let's keep an open mind, and let's just hope that at least if we don't get to the playoffs, hopefully we end at 9-8 or something. I know we finished last season with 8-9, so hopefully we go 9-8, or if we're lucky, maybe to the playoffs, into the wild card. Hopefully, I don't know. So thank you everyone, and I'm going to be just watching the games and watching the highlights and just giving you guys my thoughts on it. Peace out, everyone. All right, and take care. Enjoy the rest of your night.